What is up? This is StayYourBlade. The podcast that you're about to watch is with Young Khan, phenomenal streamer, great artist, and just an overall awesome person. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the podcast. Peace.
Coffee acquired.
Nice. What kind of coffee are we talking?
I'm doing a King's Coast Lupo roast.
Oh, nice. I like that. Actually, I think Lupo roast is probably the one that I drink the most. That and the Get Woke. So, welcome. I want to call you Young Khan, but I want to say just Lance. Can I just call you Lance? Is that cool with you?
Sure.
Awesome. How you doing, Lance?
So far, so good. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. By the way, congratulations on your 3,000th emote. I saw that on your Twitter. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How long have you been working on that?
Oh, let me see. Probably 2 years and a couple months.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's not counting on the other work, not the rebrand work, the logos, the animations and stuff. That's just on top of that. I do a lot of stuff. I try to.
Let's say what got you started in the whole artistry?
Oh, Destiny. Yeah, Destiny the game. I hadn't done art for like a decade.
Oh.
And then Destiny came out, and I saw my buddy. Well, he became my buddy afterwards, but I saw Cobb One's art on Instagram, and that really inspired me to like start making art again. So I got a laptop off a refurb laptop and started from there.
Yeah. So when it came to doing art, you had done like just traditional art, and then all of a sudden it was like, hey, I could do this on the computer too. Basically.
Yeah, well, basically, a lot less low tech. I was just I didn't really have a tablet to draw with, so I kind of drew with the mouse for the first 3 or 4 months before I could afford a tablet. Yeah.
And then were you on Twitch like before you started doing this, or were you did that just fall into place?
That fell into place afterwards. I was doing I was doing Destiny avatars at the beginning for like different podcast hosts, and then someone out of the blue asked me, could I make Twitch emotes? I hadn't even been on Twitch yet. I hadn't been to the platform.
Yeah.
I never watched the stream. You're like, can you make Twitch emotes? I'm like, yeah, I can make Twitch emotes. I had to research it afterwards and find out how to make them. I'm like, yeah, I can make these. And then I went to my first Guardian Con that same year, like I think it was June 2 years ago. And people are like, do you stream? I'm like, no, I just make the stuff. I don't stream. Do you stream? So that August after GC, I had my first stream, and the rest is it's history.
That's awesome, though. Did it become a thing where you wanted to kind of like get your name out there with the actual is this live? Yes, it is live. It should be live.
Hope we're live.
Plinko Win, welcome on in. Yes, it is live. Yes, so I really like the fact that that your artwork is kind of like it's very true to form, where you have certain things that are like very you're like, oh, that's distinctly this specific game. But then I look at some of your other artwork and I'm like, man, that is straight out the brain of Khan. That's nothing that I've ever seen before. It's very cool. Like I have a couple art friends, and they're all kind of the same with that respect. But I always respect people that can do art, because I can't do it. and it terrifies me to you know, to actually try to do art.
Yeah, the first time, well, when I was younger, it was fun, but then you would see other artists do art, and I would get really depressed about my own art.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'll never be this good, and a lot of that self doubt kind of like it eats away at you for a while. Because I had a buddy who was really good at art, and I was amazed. And we were trying to work together and do some stuff. We did some T-shirt designs for a few bands in like the early 2000s.
nice.
And we did that for a little bit, and then he would like his art just kept expanding. I was like, this is not my field. I should probably hang it up. So I went into teaching. I got a house. Then a decade rolls past. I'm like, I guess I should make some fan art. And now I do this for a living, which is still surreal to think about.
When you started doing everything on Twitch and working with, you know, artists and you know, getting your name out there, did you think that it was going to turn into this, or were you just like, this is me screwing around?
This is me screwing around. I'm having fun. I mean, I never went into it with the goal to spread my name. Like that was never one of the goals.
Yeah.
Like one of the things I hated when I was, you know, working in restaurants and working as a bartender is selling things. I don't like to sell things. I don't like to go to my way to sell a product. If it's either good or it's not good. That's my whole philosophy on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I never try to push my name. I just have people. If people like it, like, tell your friends about it. If you don't like it, you know, tell your friends about it, and then, you know, this whole venture will be over.
There you go. That's how you do it, though, for real. You know, win or lose, you're at least getting your name out there. That's phenomenal. Now, how long have you been on Twitch?
It'll be 2 years in August.
Okay. And then was it just a sudden spike where something happened and it just jumped, or was it a natural growth?
Probably natural. Just, I guess it kind of grew fast because I work fast.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it all breaks down to, give me 1 second.
I gotcha.
The speed at which I like turn out work is probably higher than a lot of other artists on the platform. Mm-hmm. So I'll burn through, 10 emotes in a sitting.
That's awesome. That's like
it puts me a little bit ahead.
Yeah, I'd say that's like that's unheard of usually. People are like, oh, it'll take me about 3 days to do one emote, and I'll get back to you by the end of the week. And you're like, oh, okay. And I feel like that's natural. So seeing someone that's like, yeah, I'll turn it out tomorrow. It'll be in your inbox tomorrow morning. And you're like, oh, all right, shit. Thanks. Like it's a different. It catches people off guard. They don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I didn't know people. I didn't have anybody to measure myself by. So
yeah,
it was like, can you make 5? I'm like, yeah, here you go. Here's your 5. They're like, you're done already? I'm like, should I do them slower? I don't know. Am I doing this wrong?
Did I do?
Are you not happy? Are you not happy?
Are you not entertained? Damn it!
Are you not entertained? No. It was kind of like that. Yeah.
No, I like that. See, and that's phenomenal to hear, though, because like I said, people are not, they're not assuming that it's going to happen, and then when it happens, they're like, wait, seriously? You're done? And you're like, yeah, I'm done. Here's your stuff. You paid for it. Yeah, like come back again soon.
And I can't work that slow because I got to pay the mortgage.
Right. Exactly. There you go. So not only are you a graphic artist, but you also do martial. What is it called? I'm trying to think of how to say it. What is it called?
Martial arts?
Thank you. Oh my gosh. My brain just shut off for a second. Thank you. Yes.
That's why I'm drinking the coffee.
Yes. It's funny, as I drank coffee earlier, so I think the coffee is just backfiring on me now.
Yeah.
So what got you started in that?
Bad kung fu movies. What
movies?
Ooh, Shaw Brothers, early stuff from the 70s and 80s, a little bit from the 60s, like let me see, I probably wouldn't know that. Revenge of the Five Deadly Venoms, Return to 36 Chambers, stuff like that.
Okay. Did you ever get a chance to see Kung Pao Enter the Fist?
I own that, yeah. I definitely own that.
Yeah, that's a classic. For anyone that doesn't know that movie, you need to watch that movie. It's phenomenal. It's well worth the ridiculousness of that movie. No, but I think it's an interesting thing because that's a mental toughness and a mental fortitude that people don't normally, want to go through. It's not natural for someone to be like, yeah, just kick me in the head. It's fine. Just do it. It's cool. It's no big deal. Do you practice more than one form, or is it just one form?
Oh, I've done multiple forms over the years. I'm trying to figure out how to turn up my Discord sounds. I'm not good at Discord. I'm sorry. All those sounds are me.
Oh, you're good. You're good. It's if you want to do it, it is the little cog, and then you go to your voice and voice and video, and it should give you an option to turn up and down your stuff.
I know I had it on streamer mode, but now I can't find the streamer mode button anymore. Streamer mode. Found it. Here we go. Aha! I'm learning something. There we go. Now we're in the future. Yes, I've done. I did multiple styles. I started off doing Northern Shaolin when I turned. Before I did karate in between like 8 and 10. Then I did Northern Shaolin when I was like 12 to 16. 12 to 16. And then I moved into I moved to capoeira.
Okay.
Getting out of high school, I did that for a couple years, and I did kung fu from that point up until now. So I got about 20 years of experience.
That's crazy. See, like I said, I've seen a couple of people, just random people that do it, and it's interesting to see because it's like I said, it's a mental fortitude thing. Your natural reaction is don't get kicked, but I think it's interesting to see people that want to do it and have a passion for it. It's I think it helps focus you. I mean, I believe so, at least.
Oh yeah, I do the martial arts so I don't get kicked. That's the whole reason I do it.
Yeah, you're like, I know how to deflect your kick. Don't mess with me.
The whole goal is to not get kicked.
Have you decided to, like, if you ever wanted to do like teaching it with it, since you teach other things?
Oh, I taught for a little bit. I taught for off and on for a few years.
Okay.
I actually taught an after school class for it at the high school I taught at.
That's cool.
It's really hard to teach the styles of martial arts that I've learned because people have this. Well, a lot of people have they have an expectation to have rank and move up in the system and stuff like that. And the way I teach is basically your skill level is just your skill level. I don't have a ranking system. So
yeah,
either you're good or you're not good. You're not good. Trying to get better.
Yeah.
So people that come in like, I don't want to do the same thing we just did for the past 4 months. I'm like, well, until you get it, we're going to keep doing this. Because I teach you the next thing is going to be terrible. Like the thing you're doing now is not so good. So that kind of hinders me from like keeping on students for too long. They can't take the strain and the repetition. A lot of it is a lot of repetition. Thousands and thousands of times. I've spent thousands of hours.
Yeah.
Probably tens of thousands of hours, just doing the same thing over and over again.
Do you find that people will that come in fresh and you're like, oh, this person learns really quickly, and then the person that's done other types of martial arts, they think that they know what they're doing, so they continue to think they know what they're doing and they won't listen?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing if you're playing video games with somebody. It's it doesn't really matter. It's just that it doesn't matter if they're doing martial arts or they've played video games before. It's just that kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can't be told anything. Like, I know best. Well, if you know best, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah. You wouldn't be getting taught, you be teaching.
Yeah, you'd be teaching. I mean, if you want to teach, I'm pretty sure you can open your own class. Because you don't need if you can teach, you don't need me.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay.
Yeah, they're like, oh, all right then. So I see you have a heavy lifting shirt on. Are you have you been? Yeah, it gives me a good open for this. So I've been doing workouts and stuff like that for like probably the last 2 to 3 years. Have you been doing it your whole life, or was that something you just came into in the last couple of years?
Oh, when I turned like 30, when I turned 30, I got into bodybuilding. I did that when I turned 20, I got into bodybuilding for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got really sick. Came with a muscle disease, autoimmune muscle disease, and I kind of shrank up and got really small, and I couldn't use my hands, and I couldn't really talk straight or swallow food. I got a rare condition called myasthenia gravis. So it's the more repetition, the more strain you put in your muscles, the less they work. Mm-hmm. So I moved into powerlifting instead, which is you lift for like 30 seconds, and then you go real hard for like 45 seconds, and you wait 5 minutes and lift again. So I've been doing that pretty much for the past 30. I'll be 36. It's like seven years or so.
I don't believe that you're going to be 36. I call a bullshit lie on that.
82, baby.
I feel like you might be like maybe 28. That's the look I'm getting right now. About 28, 29. That's nothing over 30. Don't give me that bullshit.
Lots of water, lots of exercise.
Yep. Yeah, I feel it. I'm trying to catch up. That's my thing right now. I'm 27, gonna be 28 in like 2 weeks, and my body's like, yeah. So you need to drink some more water. I've been drinking. That's all I drink now. I've been keeping off of. I haven't drank pop or energy drinks in like 3 years now. It was like right when I started doing workouts. I was like, you know what? I don't need that crap anymore. And I stopped drinking it, and I'm like, man, that feels like 1,000 times better. You know.
Yes, I stopped around your age, around 26 or so, 26, 27.
Well, I think it's needed, honestly, because how much I move, I can't be drinking pop or like energy drinks. It becomes you start getting cramps and stuff like that. It's just not fun.
Oh yeah, eats away at your organs slowly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's all good. You're like, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. It wasn't my phone. I'm pretty sure it was Lance. So, do you try to do any types of other workouts except for like heavy lifting and whatnot?
I try to stay limber with just the movements from martial arts.
Okay.
Do like a little bit of a Tai Chi warm up. Mm-hmm. Get my spine moving. My lady's she's a yoga teacher, but I don't think our schedules are too matched up, and I'm like, I want to learn, but I don't want to learn right now, and so it never gets around to it.
I try to do yoga for probably a month and a half, and I'm like, they're like, all right, first start doing this, and then by day 30, they're like, all right, now put your leg behind your head. And I'm like, I can't do that. I quit, and I was like, well, I'll try it again some other time.
Yeah, they try to push you a little bit too fast. Yeah, in those things.
Yeah.
Like at one point in time, I was able to do splits in both directions.
That hurts me.
Oh no, it's not. If you force it, it's going to be very painful.
Right. Absolutely.
But it's just like you lose mobility the older and less you move around. Like the more we sit, the more things like stop moving around. So the more you get the joints lubricated and move around, it goes a lot easier. Like I'm pretty sure I can get back into a split if I did, the training for it.
Absolutely. So when it comes to your art and whatnot, did it become a thing where you wanted to put it out there for everyone to see, or was it kind of something that you were like hesitant about putting out in the beginning?
Nope. I just kind of put it out to have people see it. Yeah. I mean, and that's when I put the art out on Twitter and people started to see it. More people wanted to see it. Mm-hmm. And that got me in contact with the Destiny Community Artists, which is a Discord of like just some of the top artists, like people with skill I had only dreamt to attain, and they were like a big influence on my my art career.
That's awesome. And when it comes to Twitch in general, do you do other things? Like, do you do video games? Are you big into? I mean, I know Destiny, of course. Are you big into any other games that have been out recently?
No, I haven't had any time. I did my first gaming stream on Monday. Before that, it was October.
Oh wow!
I did like Silent Hill 2 in October of last year, and this was the second one this past Monday. Our buddy Struggle Bus invited me out to play some Destiny 1 throwback raids for Memorial Day. I was like, this ought to be fun, and literally we ate up 8 hours just like that.
Yeah.
Like most of my day is consumed with running the business and checking emails and Twitter DMs and stuff like that.
Nice. When it comes to doing the stream and whatnot, is it that this is your full-time thing now?
This is my full-time 7 days a week, 8 to 10 hours a week, 8 to 10 hours a day job.
Now, I want to ask you this. This is kind of a big question that most people try to throw at streamers and or just content creators. Do you feel that going 7 days a week was a necessity for you to do it full time, or did you see something that you could do it maybe 5 days a week at some point?
I'm not really sure if it's a necessity. I just really, really enjoy making stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The things that I don't enjoy about my job are the paperwork and sorting orders.
Yeah.
And that takes up to 2 hours a day, like 1 to 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
If I could just get right into it and have an assistant write up all the invoices and check everything else, I would be extraordinarily happy. Just jump on, just start drawing and just jump off all right, you guys sort these files. I'm out of here. Just light my fires. I'm going. You guys take care of whatever I just did in this, because you got to do sizing, you got to do tests, the animations you got to pull out for the alerts. You got to size and you got to get the right CSS code written in for the alerts to go live, and make sure the fonts are the right size, and make sure the animations loops correctly and doesn't twitch at the last second. That stuff is tedious, and I enjoy the final product. But if I could just make stuff and just walk away, just kind of wash my hands and all right, you guys,
I'll see you tomorrow.
Handle that. That would be super ideal.
Did you ever think about hiring someone just to actually take care of that kind of stuff, or is that kind of in the future for you?
Those are the things I dream about. About that stuff.
See, you know what you need to do. You need to get someone that'll do for free, and will just help you out because they love you and they want to see you succeed. That's the number one thing. And there's people out there that definitely do that kind of stuff. There
are people that mod for me that I feel bad for all the time. Why are you here? It's Saturday night. You don't need to be here. I'm not holding you to this. You guys can have a night off. And I always feel bad every time they're all right, I'm feeling tired. I'm just go to sleep. You should have went to sleep an hour ago. Don't.
You become their dad. You're like, excuse me, you've been on here for 7 hours with me. Go to sleep. Do it.
And that's why I can't have an assistant that I don't pay. I just can't. I can't shoulder that responsibility.
Yeah, I had a podcast, but a stream. I did a 24-hour stream at one point, about a year ago, and I had a kid who stayed the entire time with me, and I was like, how are you still awake? I feel bad. I'm like, just go to sleep. It's nothing. It's okay. If you sleep, I'm not going to be offended. He's like, no, I've been on since you started. I'm not getting off until you get off. I'm like, okay, we're going to go through this whole thing. That's fine. Like, I want to give you a hug because I feel bad. I don't want to deal with me for 24 hours. I don't know how you're doing it.
Are we doing the stance? I guess we're doing the stance.
Yeah, we're doing it. Whatever. Now, is there certain things that you're looking forward to doing this year that you haven't already taken on yet?
I'm looking to wrap up a huge NDA project. That should be done next month or so.
Awesome.
I'll be hitting Guardian Con. I'll be doing my first. Have my first merchandising table at a convention. which is surreal because the first year I went, I was kind of just going to, see my clanmates.
Yeah,
I've been
of course.
playing with for the past year or so. And then like year two, like, where's your table at? I'm like, table? What table? I want to buy some of your stuff. I'm like, I don't have anything to sell. Well, why don't you have a table? I'm like, why are you yelling at me? And that kind of, it snowballed. And this year, I'm like, guess I better get a table. So now I got like 700 shirts right here. How many ever I bought to bring up to the convention. I'm getting prints made and stickers, and
that's awesome.
I even got custom like bottle openers and keychains, and so I'm excited to get to see how that goes.
Yeah,
and I'm super nervous because I put a lot of money into it, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and like I haven't had special labels made for all the shirts, so I'm just like super a little bit anxious.
Yeah,
excited.
Well, anxious and excited is a good thing. You want to be that because that means you're ready for it. I mean, it definitely makes you appreciate it, I think.
Oh yeah.
Because if you weren't like crapping your pants over it, you'd be like, all right, well, whatever. Whatever happens, happens. And then it's not up to par sometimes. Sometimes you're just like, okay, whatever. But if you're like crapping your pants over it and you're like, I don't know if this is gonna go well, and then it goes well, you're like, oh shit, it went well. I can do it again.
Yeah. I can do it again.
Are you?
If not, I have a very large backstock of very cheap T-shirts coming.
There you go. Well, you know what you do is you keep them for TwitchCon. Try to get out to TwitchCon and do it there too.
Well, I'll be at TwitchCon this year again.
Mm-hmm.
I went last year. I don't know if it's a long trip to bring all this merchandise. Like Florida's a long way.
Yeah.
And to ship all the stuff down and ship it to the chaos that happens around TwitchCon. I'm just like,
oh, I know.
I'm pretty sure it would be a great experience as as an artist to sell things, but
oh, I know.
I just don't. I look at I'm looking at the traffic. I'm just like, I don't want to not have fun while I'm in California.
Right.
My first time I went to California was last year.
How did you enjoy yourself?
I had so much fun. For some reason I was at a bunch of partner parties. I'm like, I've done a lot of work for a lot of partners, a lot of larger streamers, and I was recognized more than I thought I would be.
Okay, that's awesome though.
Yeah, the first day I was there, we were waiting in line to get our tags, and Mighty Mouse, Mighty Gaming, former UFC champion, called my name out across the floor, and I was like,
"Oh, me?"
Like, I recognize that beard anywhere. And you walk over to Mike, I'm just 6 foot. I'm like 5'11", 6 foot, and he's like, he's like this tall man. Oh man, he's such a smaller guy. Pretty sure you can mess all this up, really fast. But I was like, I can't believe somebody called my name. And I had people come to me that were like, I lurk in your stream all the time. I'm like, who are you? What are you doing? Why don't so close? But the lurkers were like, I didn't know that I would be that recognizable because there's tens of thousands of people at TwitchCon. I don't know. It's my first time there. It was kind of it was jarring. It was a very jarring experience.
I enjoyed that though. I think it's interesting because I had a person walk up last year to me. He didn't say his name out loud. He just held his card up and pointed it, and I was like, holy shit, I know who you are. I'm like, I know you because you're my I'm like, okay, all right, this is happening. This is a real thing. And I was like having a panic attack. And I'm like, it's just one person. It's okay. I'll be fine. I'm not gonna. And then I was nervous for 45 minutes. I'm like, what was wrong? It's just a person. It's okay. It shouldn't be this big of a deal, but it is. It's awesome. It's super cool. It's surreal. It's a whole bag of crazy going to California for sure.
Yeah. Luckily, that the larger community that is the Destiny community was there too.
Yeah.
So that was like the crew I was running with the entire time. They were like, I know all these guys and they all know me. And we were just kind of just moving from place to place. We went out and had dinner and we went to get the guys from Bungie came over and we got to talk to them. And it was like, so the community in itself, even recognizing who I am year 2, year 3, it's like it's fun.
Yeah,
It's weird. It's fun.
it's awesome. Now when it comes to Twitch, is there certain things that you'd like to try that you haven't tried?
I want to get back into doing workout streams again. I tried it and it was successful, but just my gym in the basement is just, the logistics just aren't set up well for cross-streaming from my phone. And
I gotcha.
It was okay, but then you had to pick the phone up and like look at it, and you're sweating on the phone, like the sweat like hitting the camera. You're like, "Can I do one more set?" And protein burp. And it's like it's too close. You can't tell how loud you are when you're talking to your phone because you're like getting so close to your face. You're like, they're far away. Is it too close? And so it was a horror story. I'm pretty sure people enjoyed it, but it was horrifying for me. It was.
It's a ton of clippable moments. That's the best thing.
I'm pretty sure there were. All to be destroyed soon.
You're like, please don't ever let me see them. It's like like war flashbacks. You're like, oh God, oh no,
it's all too real.
I apologize. That'd be interesting. I feel like I could never do the workout streams. To me, I'm like when I get into my workout zone, I'm quiet. I don't talk. I don't like look at anyone. I stare out into the abyss, and I'm like, I really want a cake right now. I really want some raviolis. Like that's the only thing that's going in my head. I don't really care to talk to anyone though. That's that. I think that'd be nerve-wracking to be on and you trying to get like a good squat on, and you're like, wait, how do I look in this shot right now? Because like right now I can look at me and be like, yeah, I look fine. Like I can compose this and look great. But like I've tried to do videos of me like doing workouts, and I'm like, this is just horrifying to look at because it's such an odd angle. It's a bad angle. It's at the ground. I look like a giant. I don't like it. Just you don't need to see the bottom of my shoes. Like it's just too many things. Too many things to go bad.
It's all about. It's like being an artist. You got to plan out your angles.
Right.
Like any good Instagram video, you got to plot those angles out. You got to like 45 degrees, mid level. I got a little stool I put my camera on when I do my IG videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like 5-6 feet away. You hit the camera, turn it around, so you're looking at it like, this looks about right. Like having somebody looking at you squat straight on, it looks weird. Like somebody like this straight on looking at you, like just symmetrical looking at you, like you can squat, you're like, oh man, that looks. Your pants look weird. Your stomach looks weird. It's like everything's bulging out. You're tilting forward. You're like your eyes like this is pulling down. You're like angles. Everything's at an angle. Like this camera is at an angle.
Yes.
Like staring at the camera is just like too personal.
Yeah.
It's too close. I'm getting sweating just thinking about this and getting nervous.
Yeah.
I gotta like avert my gaze.
So workout streams would be cool. Is there anything else that you thought would be an interesting thing to try out?
Oh, I'm not. No, I thought about doing a Tai Chi stream.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I competed for like 7 or 8 years in Tai Chi competitions. I probably got like 40 or 50 like medals and trophies just from doing that.
That's cool.
So it'd be like a cool thing to like maybe just teach like as a go along set, maybe do like a 16 movement or 14 movement like Tai Chi set with people like once a week in the mornings.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to work out with your community and also like wake up in the morning, because I feel like getting some rolls in and doing that kind of stuff, if you had someone that you could do stuff with, either Tai Chi or the martial arts, any type of martial arts with anyone, it would be an interesting way to promote healthy living, because like I said, it's not the ideal thing. It's just like yoga. Not everyone does it, but when you start to get into it, you're like, man, this isn't that bad. I could do this. I could do this like more than once in a week. And it's healthy. It's healthy and it's fun. Like getting tossed in any type of like Muay Thai or anything like that would be cool, but I feel like I'd also break something, so I'm afraid for myself to be doing that. I'm a lot of weight getting thrown around. I don't know if I really need that in my life, but I think it'd be cool to try for sure.
No, not at the beginning. No one gets tossed like that at the beginning. You start from the ground.
Right.
You build up to that.
Yeah.
Like when I first started doing Swagile, that's where I got my name from.
Mm.
It's Mongolian wrestling, and at the beginning, you work slowly, and you got to have an experienced partner.
Mm.
You're gonna do throws. Somebody throws you, they hold your jacket, and they should be able to control you down to the ground slowly.
Yeah,
like I've thrown guys that are like 350 pounds plus, slowly.
Really? That's.
Well, if you want to be an advanced partner, you can't have somebody in there that's like they're big, you're big. You throw them, and you try, you don't have the experience to control somebody on the way down, like hefting somebody over.
Yeah.
And like try to snap them, like, I hurt you real bad. That's not the point of the trainer. The trainer is to help you get used to going with the move and breaking the fall and those kind of things. Those kind of skills you build upon. The same thing, it's like scaffolding. You scaffold your skills. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what arena you could be, martial arts, drawing, video games, it could be anything. You don't jump in trying to like hit 360 no scopes. It's just not going to work. You're just going to get shot in the face. Just stop. You move up. You're like, yes, this is your ammo. Okay. You gotta pick your angle. I'm going to shoot from right here. Mm-hmm. I'm going to check my angles. Mm-hmm. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to shoot, get in the cover. Step one. Yeah. That's all you need. Step one. And then you can worry about running and then shooting somebody in the face. And like, all right, I ran, shoot somebody in the face. Okay, and I can run and slide and shoot somebody in the face. Once I run and slide, I can jump, throw a grenade on somebody. And then those are scaffolding skills. You build one time the other. Then by the end, you can like jump in there 360 no scope. Then that's the end goal. Yeah. You don't jump in like ready to snap somebody or fall immediately. That's going to get you hurt. Yeah, you get your partner hurt. You never want to do it again. This is a bad experience. Absolutely. You never know, like, throw anybody at the deep end of the pool. Yeah. People say, oh, no, I just want to jump straight into the deep end. And then you're like, are you sure about this? Oh, yeah, I'm so sure. This is nothing. I played high school football. Okay. My knee hurts, and I can't feel my elbow. I'm like,
sorry?
Deep end. I don't know what you want. This is what you asked for. No class next week? Okay.
So I was reading one of your quotes on your actual Twitch page, and I really liked it. It was the if you're afraid, don't do it. If you're doing it, don't be afraid. What is that something you live by?
Yeah.
I like it. What does that mean? I said, what does it mean to you?
Oh, if you're afraid to like put your art out there and you're afraid to draw, just start drawing. Yeah. That's it. There's nothing to it but to do it. I mean, everything has a level to it. Like the same thing if you're it applies to all things. Well, I'm afraid to speak in front of people. Speak in front of yourself in the mirror. And speak in front of one person. Then do 2 people. Mm-hmm. Then maybe you try 3. Next thing you know, you'd be 1,000 or 2,000. When you start to stream, you're like, I got 4 people here, I got 5 people. So if you're nervous, this is okay. And then you get to 50, you're like, oh, this is nothing. 50 people, I can read this. This is not a big problem. Yeah. You get that 500 hosts. You're like, you're a little nervous, but not as nervous as you only have 1 person there or no people. So you went from 0 to 500. You would have a panic attack, or most people would. Yeah. It's a lot of strain. So it's all the same thing with anything else. You just scaffold those skills up. So if you're already doing that already, talking to 1 person, 2 people, no problem. What are you afraid of? Yeah. You did 3. Well, just one times 3. That's it. You just moved up. Yeah. And you got 30. Well, I just did 10 last week. I can do 30. It's no big deal. If you're doing it already, the fear shouldn't exist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you're already doing it already. You've already done this. We've worked on these skills before. So if you're doing it, why be afraid?
I like that. See, that is something to live by. I do enjoy that. The fact that it's like you said, it's something to build upon. And yeah, I feel like people try to do the jump into the deep end thing every time, and then what ends up happening is either they drown on it and they get out of the pool and they're like coughing up water, and then they're like, no, I'm not doing that again. I'm terrified. I can't do that again. And then they stop everything. And I think that's it's true with Twitch as well. People get into it and they're like, I just bought a $3,000 computer and I have 2 curved monitors and I bought the best peripherals ever and an awesome microphone. And I just started yesterday. You're like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Then they get their first troll and they're like, well, I know people want to be mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's
just people.
That's why people are like, oh, I got this. I want to get this Cintiq. It's $3,800. I'm like, what tablet do you have now? I don't have one. You thought about getting an iPad because maybe you can use that, and then if you don't like drawing, you can always use it for something else.
Yeah,
I never thought about it like that. Like, I never want to like just tell people to. So what are you using? I'm like, I'm using this. They're like, that's not a Cintiq. I'm like, no. But why do you have a Cintiq? Does the art look any better? I don't know. I literally just move from point A to point B. I don't jump right into like spending, $40,000 on a setup.
Right.
I mean, you should be able to use what works. If you can stream from your Xbox or stream from your PS4, stream from your Xbox to your PS4. If you do IRL stream, just put your phone up and stream from your phone. There's no need to get a DSLR camera, spend $4,000 on a camera. And, you go to look at it and like, well, I need better lighting, and you spend another $1,000 on lighting. Yeah, what for? That's something you can do if you got the same setup as like a professional movie.
Yeah,
and you haven't done anything besides that before that point. You've already wasted a lot of money for something you may or may not like. If you love it, that's great.
Yeah,
but you still haven't gotten your your sea legs.
Right.
Like being able to because some people have this awesome setup, right, and they love doing it, but they don't like to talk to people.
Right.
And they're just like talking to them and and they look over and they're like, it's interesting there. And they turn their head. I'm like, well, why even broadcast? You can do this. You can record this for yourself and then watch it later on. This whole vanity show is about.
Right. No, and I think what happens is people get into the whole gaming show and they say, Ninja's got millions of people. Yeah, well, he was also on for 10 years. He's been doing this for 10 plus years. Dr. Lupo has been doing this for 10 plus years. These dudes aren't new. They didn't just pick up a computer one day and say, hey, I'm going to start streaming. They've been doing it for a long time. So you have to understand that. You can't just get into it and go, I'm going to be the next Dr. Lupo. I'm going to be the next, Shroud. I mean, you might be, but you might not be. The likelihood that you won't be is pretty high, though.
Yeah, well, some of it is just luck. I mean, I'm pretty sure people that are out there in the community that could pull down the numbers or the same numbers in kills, like in Fortnite or any other game, and have some of the sickest plays. But that team with the right attitude, the right setup, even that won't guarantee you the same victory.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And you come to this point in like a lot of streaming careers is, what can I do differently to make all this happen? And you can do a lot to change your outlook on streaming and up your viewer count. But there's no guarantee you're going to hit, make millions of dollars a year or make, have 40,000 subs.
Yeah.
That's not a guaranteed thing. You can work yourself up to having 50 or 100 or maybe 500 subs, but there's no guarantee you're going to get 50,000 subs. I mean, that's literally hitting the lottery.
Right.
And even having all those same attributes as the other streamers combined, plus good looks, plus having other streamer friends that are popular, won't make that happen.
Yeah, that's a word of wisdom, I think, and I think people definitely need to take that into consideration, because it is a numbers game. And like you said, it is luck. There's as much people don't want to talk about it. A lot of people are like, no, it's not luck. I worked my butt off. Well, you did, but there was also a luck factor to it, because the people that got really good at Fortnite wasn't around. You didn't, you might not hit your stride. You might have hit a stride in another game, but it might have taken you another year. You don't know that.
And you might be early in a game. You might be early in a game that blows up tomorrow, but you've already got an audience and you've been on top directory for, X amount of weeks. So that's another thing that can play in your favor or not play in your favor.
Yeah.
I had a buddy that was playing Anthem really big, and he was having like 5 to 8 viewers a stream, and all of a sudden he went from 75 to 150 just Anthem play.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. And it happens overnight sometimes.
Yeah, you can't forecast that. Oh, a good example. I was in Doug is Raw. He was doing like 30, 40, stuff playing H1Z1. And all of a sudden he was friends with Dr. Disrespect before that. And they went way, way back. And I think he had like rated or hosted, by him. And then his gameplay was so strong from the host that people were actually showing to his stream when he streamed, coming from Disrespect stream. So that is one thing that was. Everyone's not friends with Dr. Disrespect. No, everyone's not that kind of friend. No one has a lot of a streamer friend that has 1 million followers or how many he has.
Right.
So, yeah. I mean, I'm not holding those cards. I might have larger streamers, but they all play games and I don't.
Right. Exactly.
There's no guaranteed host coming over from those guys.
Well, and I think
it's nice when it happens, but no one that comes over from a Fortnite stream is going to want to watch me make emotes.
Right.
Like I've had let's see. They've had High Distortion come over. He had like 1,000 people with them, and it was 1,000 people for about 8 minutes. And then there was 250. Yeah. And then 40 minutes later, it was 100.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that I think people think that, if I get hosted by this big person, it's gonna change my life. It might. It depends on your game. And it depends on your attitude towards it. It depends on everything. There's you could be having an off day and say the wrong thing, and then it just kills your entire vibe for that night for those people that decided to stop by. You don't know, like it's a toss of the cards. I think the other thing is that people get to that point where they're like, well, I hosted you so many times, you should host me now. And you're like, maybe, I don't know. Like I have friends that I've hosted 1 million times because they're my best friends. But then there's people that ask me to host them, and I'm like, you will never, ever, ever see me host you ever. Like that's the biggest turn off to me. I'm like, you wanted me to take my community and bring it to your community. Cool, awesome. I can help you with that kind of thing. But at the same time, don't ask me to do it because then I'm just like, I don't want to do it for you. I'm sorry. I apologize, but that's just me. I think that
you should always do what's best for your community.
Yeah. And
if I'm bringing some of my people someplace, I want them to see somebody that I admire or I find, they have a great, social aspect to them. Yeah. Like I brought somebody to a buddy who was doing a 16-hour stream for St. Jude's, Brick and Nick. He just does Legos.
That's
Lego
awesome.
streams all the time. And I'm like, we're going to see Brick and Nick. And we brought him over there and like, people in my chat, they love him like I love him because he's a great guy. Yeah. And we went from like raising, what was it? He was like $1,000 when we came over, and we like left. It was like $1,750. It was almost $2,000 by the time we left.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Well, that's like I want to bring people to people that are they have our goals align.
Mm-hmm.
If you're like if you're playing Fortnite, and I can't. I don't know. Nothing against the game.
No, it's understandable.
There's something against the game, nothing against the streamer.
Yeah, it's all good.
I don't think anybody like if people want to see people play Fortnite in my stream, I would probably play Fortnite and they could probably watch that and I take them into the Fortnite stream. If we're playing Destiny, I'll take them to play a Destiny stream.
Right.
I try to do it with the creatives, but people that play games, I bring into those streams too because they have a great personality. Like it doesn't matter what game you play typically to me.
Yeah.
But if you're funny as hell and you're playing Fortnite, I will definitely drop you off there.
Yeah. But
it will not be the main reason to get that stream.
No, it's because you just enjoy that person. You're like, that person deserves these extra people to hang out with them. And it's also a thing where, when you are entrusting someone with your community at the end of your night, it's not just you're not just passing the baton. You're also trusting that they take care of your community just as much as you're going to take care of your community. And it's like an unwritten rule. You don't screw someone else's community over just because you don't, like you want to leave a good impression as the streamer on that next streamer and say, hey, this is my community. Like, take care of them until I see them tomorrow. Thanks.
I'll be back in 1 second. Sorry.
Go for it. Go for it. So, what we are going to be doing the rest of tonight, guys, we are going to be hanging out. Everyone that has been here and has come by and hung out with us tonight so far, I love your faces. I really do. You guys are the best. And I really do. I love seeing people like just come in and hang out. Lurkers, non-lurkers, whatnot. I appreciate it. If you're enjoying this and you guys are new to the channel, then come hang out with us again. I greatly appreciate it. If you have never seen Young Khan before and you want to check out more of his stuff, I highly recommend you check out his channel. There's his link, and you guys can hit the link and follow him there so that you guys can check out all of his awesome artwork that he does on his channel. We will be going into next week with 2 more podcasts that will be hitting on both Tuesday and Thursday. On Tuesday, we have a podcast with Ashley Roboto, who is an emote artist and an overall super sunshiny person, and I love her face, and I can't wait to have a podcast with her. And then on Thursday, a fellow bearded brother of mine, Dorm Streams, is going to be on Thursday, and we're going to be hanging out with him, just chatting about Twitch and seeing what his ideas on Twitch are. So, he's back. He is back.
I am back.
So I want to ask you a quick question about what you think about the new innovation that Twitch decided to put out, which is sub-only streams.
I think it might be counterproductive, but I can kind of see the merit in it if you do like tutorials and stuff. I mean, that's what kind of why I opened a Patreon.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was kind of like a Patreon, stab at Patreon. Basically, that was what I was expecting to be, basically. But do you guys do stuff like that for your Patreon, where it's specific things just for your subscribers?
Oh yeah. I just opened it last month, and we do something special in mine. We do I do 10 to 15 like just emotes per month. Okay. That people that can't afford to, commission 1 or 2 to have access to high quality emotes that other people might have, but it'll be for your stream.
That's awesome.
That'll change out month to month just because, everybody doesn't have $80 to spend on 3 emotes, and I understand that, but they still want to play the newest games and have, high quality emotes to, go with those games. So I do some Apex stuff, some Borderlands 3 stuff, just to,
awesome.
Kind of buffer that stuff for a lot of people, because it can get very pricey for a lot of people, and a lot of people that do Twitch don't do it for the income.
Right.
People just do it for fun. Like I started out just doing it because my buddy said it'd be a good idea. I'm like, well, I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
And and here we are. But I always like to give people the opportunity to have some high quality stuff for their streams. That's why on Fridays I give away 2 emotes every Friday.
That's impressive. That's impressive, man. Like the amount of work that you put out per week. What do you think is it? If you could give it a number per week, what do you usually put out?
Between 30 and 50 emotes, probably 2 to 3 logos, and probably like working on a rebrand here and there during the week. Probably like a couple of animations, 2 or 3 animations a week. I do 7 warm-up sketches, which you guys see on Twitter a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I do those sometimes between 7 and 9. So sometimes I do 2 a week.
Mm-hmm. So when do you sleep? that's I feel like that's the next question. When do you find time to sleep, or is it coffee coursing through your veins at all times?
I am 90% coffee and 10% beard.
That is the answer I'd like to hear. That is the answer I like to hear. That is my life, man. That's my life. Coffee,
90% coffee, 10% beard. Yeah.
If I don't smell like coffee or beard oil, there's something wrong with me. I might be dying. I'm almost positive I'm dying.
Gotta check my pulse.
Yeah.
Might be going too fast. I don't know.
Yeah, I had coffee at 6:30 at night, and my mom's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "What's wrong? What do you mean?" She's like, "Well, no one drinks coffee at 6:30 at night unless you're trying to stay up all night." And I was like, "No, I'll fall asleep at like midnight or so." She's like, "You're nuts." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever. It's fine." I mean, it's just coffee for me is just a drink. It doesn't like make me really go crazy unless I'm drinking like really high-end heavy coffees, like like
if I brew it heavy, it'll definitely kick me in the eyes.
Right.
Like I can definitely see into the future if I put in too much coffee.
Yeah. I decided I got Death Wish coffee for Christmas. It was a Christmas exchange, and they gave me a French press and Death Wish coffee, which is super great coffee, but it's really, really dangerous to French press that coffee because it makes it super strong. Like it makes it even stronger than it's supposed to be.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, because it sits in the beans.
Oh yeah.
It sits in the beans.
I've had that coffee for a few months. That Valhalla Java is really good.
Yeah.
Love that stuff.
Yeah, the Death Wish coffee will kick you in the throat. You'll be like, "Oh, this is really good," and you're like, "Oh." I'm like, "Oh God!" Like it hits you like you're drinking bourbon. That's what I feel like. That's the only coffee that I've ever had like a cough from, and I'm like, "What the hell is going on?" I've never had this happen. But then I drank King's Coast, and I'm like, "This is some. I don't even need like coffee creamer or sugar, nothing. I drink that stuff black as black can be, and I'm like, cool, awesome. I don't need. If you taint this with anything but like air, and like you're screwing it up because it's so good. It's ridiculously good coffee. Like,
yeah, that's the only like I tell people all the time on my stream that I don't recommend products a lot,
right?
Because I don't believe in a lot of products.
Yeah,
like you'll never see me hawking like a chair I never sat in or energy drinks. I don't drink them.
Right. Absolutely.
I try to that's one of my promises to anybody that comes in contact. And I got the choice to the opportunity to team with King's Coast. I was like, oh yes, I will definitely promote this product.
100%. I got you.
100%.
100%. I was able to pick up their what was it, their streamer pack. It was their 3-pack of coffee, and I still have 2 of them left, and I'm just like, I need to get through these coffees at some point. Like I'm being lazy with it. I don't drink it on every other, I don't drink it every day. I try to drink it like on the weekends and stuff when I can sit and enjoy it. Yeah.
If you don't have to drink it every day, don't. I lead a pretty hectic schedule. I work out 5 days a week, and I stream and work 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Not to mention trying to spend time with my lady when I can.
Mm-hmm.
It's I need the coffee 7 days a week.
I feel you. I get up at 4 in.the.morning for work, and then I work from like 5:30 in the morning all the way till about 5:30 at night, and then I come home and do this. So that's why I said at 6:30 at night when I'm like, I need some coffee, I drink it, and I was like, you're nuts, but it's the way I do it. Like if I don't drink coffee, I feel like there's something wrong with me, I think that it's much better than trying to down like a Monster for sure. That's 100%. I can't understand how people still drink Monster. That's my biggest thing.
That's if you drink too much of that stuff, it'll literally.
Yeah. My one of my family members, one of my cousins, he had to go to the hospital because he had ulcers in his stomach because of that stuff. And I'm like, see, it's not good for you. Do you get it now? Do you understand? Okay, I'm gonna stop drinking that crap. And I did. It was like, it's like paint thinner. It's not. It's like
you should say not meant for human consumption because it will definitely eat away at you.
It was, and the fact that it's like oh yeah, it's got taurine and like all these things. You're like, okay, cool. Where else do you find those in nature? You don't. You don't. I don't know where you find. Is there a taurine plant that I can? No, there isn't. Stop.
Not.
Yeah, no. Like coffee, it comes from the ground. It's a bean. You grind it and you get goodness out of it. That's it. There's nothing else. You might add sugar and some cream. Okay, cool. You're still not getting that much out of it. You're not like, oh, this could potentially, give me diseases later on in life. I don't want that. I don't want that. So is there anywhere you're gonna want to go to for when you're in San Diego this year?
No, I haven't thought that far ahead.
No,
not yet.
I'm looking at maybe going to the San Diego Zoo one of the days because I've heard it's amazing. And I don't go to zoos often. I might have to make an exception.
Yeah, I'm not a big zoo person anymore. I can't really go to zoos.
No.
We have a zoo here, and I remember loving it as a kid. And I went maybe when I was 26, 27, and I saw the elephants walking around, like pacing, and the gorillas sitting with their back to the glass, and like the tigers laying around. I was like, it's too depressing to go to the zoo for me. I can't.
I understand that now. I can kind of see it sometimes where I'm like, huh, that's like it's not their natural habitat, of course, and then you got a bunch of people staring at you. That would be it's like
they don't like it.
It's like streaming, man, and you got a ton of people staring at you, but you don't really realize it because you're not really paying attention to them. And then you look and you're like, oh shit, that's a lot of people. That's a lot.
You look at when you like some of the monkeys, like the apes, they don't really mind it because they're always jumping around.
Yeah.
But gorillas, they look at you like they give you this look, and it's a human look. They're like, please just stop.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. I'm looking at them like, I'm out of here, man. I can't. It's hurting you on the inside. Look at you. I'm going.
Yeah. No, you walk.
But I heard the San Diego Zoo is.
Yeah. I mean, and here's the thing: is I think the zoos, as long as they're not like the SeaWorlds, I don't like that. That bothers me. SeaWorld bothers me, but like the zoo itself, I feel like is a little bit tamer. Yeah, they have them in captivity, but it's like they're not trying to make them do tricks and shit.
Yeah.
That was kind of, it's more like an educational thing as opposed to, hey, look at this thing do a flip. Okay, cool. Here's $30 more you're gonna have to pay me.
Usually when the animals have like problem solving capabilities, that's usually when the animals look depressed.
Yes.
Like elephants can solve problems.
Yes.
Some apes can solve problems.
Yes.
And you look at them like they know that this is not where they're supposed to be at, and you can feel that.
Internally.
And I'd rather this is for somebody that has killed and eaten a deer. I'm not opposed to. I'm not like one of those people like, oh, all animals are like this, and like I'd rather not put a deer in a zoo and have him look at me like that. I'd rather eat that deer than have him look at me like that 15 years until he passes away.
See, I would like to do that. Like who was it? Joe Rogan was talking about the fact that he enjoys bow hunting, and I'm like, that's interesting because you hunt your own food and whatnot, and at that point they're not bred to kill. It's more like, oh hey, I went out there and I used a bow. I didn't use a gun. I used a primitive item, shot it, and I killed it myself, and I'm only using it for food. I'm not giving it to anyone else. Like I think that's a way to go.
I'm not really for trophy hunting. I'm for if you want to go out and kill your own meal, by all means.
Yeah.
Go out and kill your own meal. If you're just hunting it just to mount the head and throw the body away, stop hunting.
Yeah, you're not a nice person. I don't like you for that.
You're wasting life for no reason. Just stop.
Well, there's
this sustenance, and you're like to take the meat back and get some steaks frozen and dry freeze and make jerky for 4 or 5 months. That deer will last you like 3 or 4 months of just food.
Yeah. There's some cultures that they'll they'll pray before they fire that arrow or they, you know, whatever, they kill that animal because they generally believe that that animal is like, you know, providing them life, and they thank that animal for doing that because they didn't have to do that. You know, they didn't have to stop at the brush to eat some, you know, leaves, because at that point I can kill it. But, you know, it was a thing that was, you know, is lost. It's definitely lost now. And I think that if they brought that back, people would be extremely skinny because they wouldn't be able to hunt. That's a general belief. I feel like a lot of people would turn into, you know, herbivores and stuff because they wouldn't know.
If you had to face your meal, it would be a lot better.
No, yeah. Well, it's just like those people that decide they want to go, you know, hunting in like the savannah, and then they get eaten by a lion, and they're like, I don't know what happened. You don't know what happened? You went into the savannah. What did you think was going to happen? Did you think that they were going to just be cool with you shooting at them? No.
It seems so plausible.
Yeah, it's like they walk up, they're like, we're gonna be real quiet. Like, you're not that quiet. You don't get it. They can hear you from like 3 miles out. They already knew you were here. They are waiting for you. They planned this out. You think that you're getting not the jump on them. There's 4 of them behind you. What are you talking about? So when it comes to Twitch, what are some things that you'd like to see implemented in the future?
Implemented? Tough question. I don't know. Like I don't think too much about the things that happen or the services they provide. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of the stuff is not like dependent on what I do.
Right.
And I literally have my channel has like zero friction with the vast majority of people that come in. Like I don't have like a problem with excessive trolls or trolls in general. I get one troll like every few months. We probably banned like 4 people in the past 2.5 like almost 2 years. So
wow.
It's not a moderation thing.
It's just a very chill zone.
Yeah, I was just like me. I make stuff and I try to help people where I can. That's basically all the channel is. I could do it offline and work even faster because I don't know.
Well, and
I just do like sharing the time.
As I say, I think that when it comes to what you do, building your community is you know, is just as important as doing the art itself, because you know you can spark people's interest in drawing just by showing your artwork. And I think that's the biggest thing. You know, it's just like anything else. You see someone that can draw really well or who can you know, play an instrument really well. It motivates you to do that same thing. And it's same with your you know, lifting. I think that's something that's very motivational for some people that might not know how to do the lifting, you know, and that's it. I think that with your turning it into a you know, workout stream and stuff like that, I think that would be definitely motivational for some people to just be like, get off the couch and, you know, spend 30 minutes on their feet extra. You know, I think that's
I get a lot of people that come by. Well, that check out the Twitter and DM me about the motivation I spread, and that's one of the greatest gifts that streaming has brought for me. Mm-hmm. It's sparking people's like interest in art. Because I lost my I just lost the motivation to do art. Like it just evaporated.
Yeah,
art, working out, and reading, which is all something that people need more of. Mm-hmm. Like creation in general, not even just doing art, just creating anything, writing. Because we get so sapped into, you know, our phones and consuming things, we always neglect creating anything.
Yeah. Do you feel that it'd be ideal sometimes to just take a chance to get away from your phone for like, you know, 6 or 7 hours, just put it away in your room and then hang out with whoever off of you know, offline? Is that something that you try to work on yourself? Yeah,
I try to. I'm really bad at it though. The one thing that makes it bad for me is that I'm always on a deadline. Mm-hmm. Making stuff, and one thing that will like we're not very well people around this house. So my lady has lupus, celiac. She has a celiac allergy, and Hashimoto's and some thyroid problems. So, like, just she had a couple she had a few seizures back to back in the past month. Plus, then our dog passed away, so that kind of brought my schedule off about a week or two. So now all the other projects are a week or two behind. So it's like getting time to, outside of that and run the business and take care of the lady.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then like stack on like trying to hang out with some friends. Like I saw Endgame with a buddy, and that was the last time I left the house to see something with somebody.
I mean, and I think having people, having people in your life that are not on the computer, when you have in real life friends, it's a benefit because it definitely gets you out of your mind. Because especially with you, how you have 7 days a week, even being able to take a couple hours to go see a movie, that's a relief sometimes, I think, to be able to just step away from work and say, okay, it's time to be a human being for once and just be able to just chill for, a couple hours and decompress.
Yeah, it's definitely good. It's just carving that time out.
Yeah, of course.
Like I'm always trying to like move my workflow to a better speed where I can take a day off, but I always leave 2 days open for orders, and I haven't had a weekend where no one has ordered anything rush in months. Yeah. Like I get rush orders every single week, every single Sunday and Monday for the past 7 months.
Jeez. And I feel like it's good business. Of course, it's good business, but it's just like, you're like, can I just have like 5 minutes to myself, please? Please. You take an extra long shower.
Don't you have home? Don't you have homes?
You're like, I'm going to take an extra long shower. That's my me time, damn it. Don't you bother me.
Yeah. People always need something done, and I'm always here. That's the one reason I've stayed successful is I'm always available to make something. What helps is I really like making stuff.
Yeah.
And my lady's in school, so that helps a lot.
Yeah, it makes it so that you can focus on the task at hand, and then when she gets home, you're like, cool, time to hang out with her, and then you can balance it out. Maybe. So do you feel like it becomes overwhelming sometimes with the amount of work that you try to put on yourself?
Not really overwhelming.
No.
I'm not really stressed out by the work I see in front of me.
Yeah.
Maybe because I worked in a high school for a few years. Mm-hmm. Like that's real stress. It's working with kids.
I'm sure.
I loved it, but like working with kids every day and helping shape their lives, that's very taxing. Yeah, like that's why I'll never, ever, ever just. If you live in a district and people were asking to give more money towards the school, put the money into the school.
Yeah,
I don't care if you don't have kids.
Yeah,
I don't have any kids.
I think that vote yes. I think that's a big thing is that people nowadays are just like, oh, you want us to give to the school? Why? We don't even have anyone in the school. And you're like, yeah, but there's kids that need stuff. Why are you like, what's the problem? I hated the fact that when I was in high school, I could sign up for football and I can go play football. And there was no questions. They give you a jersey, they give you your pads, and everything. They gave you everything. Now the school district that I live near, for one kid to play, it's like $1,300 for the year, which is nuts because not everyone has that kind of money. No, and the thing is that it's statistically the kids that have that type of money, they're probably not going to appreciate playing as much as the kids that don't have that type of money that want to play and they're just like, yeah, I don't have the money to play, but I'd like to. It'd be interesting. It'd be fun to play, and it turns into that type of thing where it's, yes, the people that pay can play, but the passionate people might not be able to play, and that hinders people for the future. You might not be able to get a scholarship to play football because you didn't play football in high school because you couldn't pay for it. That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
It does.
And I know there's a couple of school systems that pulled back on the pay to play in Ohio, and it was like controversial. People were like, "Really, you're doing that?" Like, yes. Why would we make these kids pay? That's ridiculous. Like, this is absurd. These kids don't deserve to have to pay 1,000 some odd change for a chance to just get on a field. Like,
I think I just realized you were in Ohio. I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Cleveland, born and bred.
Oh, we're down the street from each other then.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I'm over in South Euclid, a block up. So.
Oh, do you ever want to get a drink, man? There we go. Boom.
I can meet you a Coventry for one for sure.
Yeah, there we go. So when it comes to Ohio weather, we can talk about that.
I just mowed my lawn before it started pouring down raining.
Oh my gosh, it
hit
like
hard.
It's crazy.
Like, oh god,
it's been crazy, man. We went from it's sunny to rain to tornadoes.
Turn the air conditioner on.
Yeah, turn air conditioner on. We don't have air conditioner in my house. We don't turn that thing on. It's a myth in my house.
I was looking for a house. I'm not buying a house without like things.
Yeah. Well, and the thing with us is we have air conditioner at this house, but my family, we were like, we could just turn on a bunch of fans. That also works. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess that works too. Yeah. But then it turns to, mid-July and you're like, I'm literally melting like a popsicle. Please turn the air conditioner on, please. For the love of all that's good in this world. I sweat into my sheets. Please, please. I'm too big for this. Yeah. I think secretly my family is like, hey, we're gonna make Blade lose a little extra that body fat. We're just gonna we're gonna turn off all the fans in the house, and he's just gonna sweat. He's gonna sweat hard. He's gonna wake up in a pool thinking that he just jumped into Lake Erie. That's my reality. It's a gruel one.
Oh no, I've lived it. I've definitely lived it.
So when it comes to streaming, has there been anything that has stood out to you that has been a driving factor for you?
Driving factor,
like a driving factor to keep you moving. Something that has been something either someone said or something that just happened while you've been streaming that's made you say this is what I want to keep doing.
No. Usually I get that every day when people say them with their art.
Yeah.
That's always motivation to keep helping people.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. I kind of look at the time that we have, the very little time. I want to get dark here on this planet.
Go for it.
That we have, and we focus so much on ourselves that we never get the chance to help anybody with any of their problems. Mm-hmm. You can't take all your time to do that, but I got 5 minutes. Everybody has 5 minutes. Mm. Even if you don't think you had 5 minutes, there's a TV show out there you don't need to watch for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I always try to not bring myself. It's not even an effort anymore. I just like helping people.
I love that.
What the things I can help them with. There's less we could do, and time is the greatest gift you can give anybody.
No, I like that. I think it's something that should be said that if you can leave the world in like a better state than when you first got here, you're doing it the right way. I think that's the big thing. And
I hope so.
And not everyone feels that way. Some people are just like, I'm clocking in, I'm clocking out, and I don't give a shit. You're like, okay, cool for you. But I'm of that mindset. If I can make someone smile, like shit, I did something at least. You know.
When you work in education, you get to see kids that have very, very, very like I grew up in two fairly rough neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
East Cleveland.
Yeah,
that's where I graduated from East Cleveland, Shaw High, and I was born in Detroit, and I got to teach in downtown Cleveland for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
And once you see people that just introduced into like chess or introduced into like martial arts, and I'm doing this all post school for free for a couple hours a day, like 3 days a week. So I'm spending like I would leave downtown Cleveland like 6-7 p.m. way after rush hour is over.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff, and you see that those effects that you put in those kids over the years, and they still like reach out to you on Facebook about it. That's the reason I do this.
Yeah, I love that. And I think that like I said, not everyone tries to do that. There's people that are just like, I'm here to collect a paycheck and keep moving. You're like, okay, well, I mean, I guess that works for you, so whatever. But then there's people.
Trust me, I've ran quite a few teachers like that too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had a professor that in college who taught the same. He was tenured, and he taught the same like class every year. Basically, it was the exact same thing. He'd come in, he'd read his notes, he wouldn't deviate from his notes, and then he'd leave. And then you were like, cool. The quizzes and the tests were all the exact same from even like 5 years ago. You could find his tests online. It was that kind of, he just, after the fact of being tenured, he didn't give a crap anymore. And it's sad because you spend all that time trying to become a teacher to mold minds. And then you get to that point, you're like, I don't give a fuck. I just want to get in and get out, And it's sad.
People clock out because after a while, you've been doing teaching for a while. A lot of people just don't make it to begin with. Like I got laid off in the 2008, 9. It was a big layoff that year. And my buddy teaches at CSU and Tri-C, and he can't even get classes. They're just cutting teachers left and right.
That's crazy.
There's like no funding in it.
Yeah.
So there's no funding in it. You can't pay teachers that are worth it, and teachers that are worth it don't want to stay around to make $30,000 a year.
Right.
They can't pay their mortgage or feed their kids. Like, well, I guess teaching is dead because now you get people that come in and do this hourly stuff.
Yeah. That
aren't really prepped to handle problems, because being a teacher is like being a parent, but they're not your kids.
Yeah.
So
some teachers
can't handle that balance. Yeah, I'm done with this the first year.
Yeah, some teachers see their students more than the kids. Like the kids see their parents. So being able to be that driving force for a kid to stay off the streets, stay out of trouble, stop being such a pain in the ass, pay attention in school. I have about 2 or 3 teachers that I can say right now, if it wasn't for those people, I don't know if I'd still be doing what I'm doing today, which means like I don't know if I'd still be breathing, because they kept me from jumping off the ledge many a times, and it's sad to see people at that position in their lives. And I feel like, I put a lot on my teachers to like keep me from going nuts, but they did it, and they did it successfully. And I'm not like a basket case because of it. They did it the right way. And it's crazy. Like it seriously is. I tried to become a teacher, and I couldn't do it because of funding. That was basically my thing. I couldn't get through my master's program. But if I won the lottery, it's on like Donkey Kong, and I'm going back to school to become a freaking teacher. That was like my goal. I'm like, if I win the lottery randomly, it's on. We're doing this, and we're going full bore.
You have to really, really, really love teaching.
Yeah.
Right now, it's like to work in a high school, working in a school setting, you don't really make that much money to begin with. And then you don't make money for a number of years. And then you gotta do this performance thing. So, because the way we know our taxes are split up, we put more money into like building a new stadium, whatever. I don't know, whatever, trying to get a new player here, whatever our tax money is going to. I'm like, we're going to have these really nice places to go downtown, but we're going to have these maladjusted children. It's your choice.
Yeah,
it's your choice.
That blows my mind. You know, they're like, well, we're going to redo all of the Cleveland Cavaliers stadium, but we're not going to take care of the inner city schools that are now shutting down. Like, that's sad, and it scares me. Like, that's just it's super upsetting to see that they care about tourism more than they care about the kids that are there already. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's just so when it comes to I mean, I guess being a streamer, you can kind of consider yourself still a teacher at that point, because you're teaching people how to, you know, be better people just over the internet. I think that
every day I try anyway.
That's definitely, you know, you can kind of see it on anyone that's become influential through Twitch and whatnot, that they're kind of a teacher a little bit. It might not be super prevalent, you know, you might not see it all the time, but there's points where I see some, even the largest names, stop for a minute and go, okay, let's really talk about like what the hell's going on in this crazy mixed up world. And it snaps people out and they're like, wait, this person actually like knows,
has opinions?
Yeah, has opinions. And you're like, wait, hold on, let's back this train up. I thought we were playing Fortnite, damn it. You know, and I like that. I think that's it. It shows that people still have opinions. It doesn't matter if you play video games fucking, you know, 24 hours a day. You can still have some sort of opinion about life. Hopefully we can keep that going, and it's not just people just shut down and saying, I'm gonna go play this game now. And you're like, okay, I guess that's cool too.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, some people just don't want to talk about some things in chat because it'll turn some people off.
Yeah.
And I understand that, because no one tuned into your stream to get your well, maybe some people did, but if you've been doing something for so long, no one tuned in to hear about your political stance on a topic.
Right.
That'll turn them off immediately.
Right.
Like, if somebody wants to talk about it, I mean, shoot me up on Discord and we can talk about it.
Right.
I mean, you want to hear my political leanings, or, you know, think what I think about X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
I don't do that in front of a lot of people because a lot of people don't want to hear it, and I don't want to put my views out there, not out of fear of rejection. It's just, you didn't come here for that.
All right. You came in here to have fun and watch me do silly stuff, and that's I think that.
But if it's advice that everyone can learn from, if it's how to deal with problems or how to deal with people,
yeah,
I'll be more than happy to give my views on that, because that'll be universal forever.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to ask you a question about working out, because I want this advice, and I figured I'd ask you, since you seem like you do more than enough working out for the two of us. So my goal right now, my goal right now is to drop weight, but keep myself as muscular as possible in the process. What do you recommend to do?
Oh, just lift weights.
Just lift weights.
Cut calories.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any specific workouts that I could do?
You can probably do a bodybuilding split.
Okay.
Because that'll help. Because the more muscle you put on, you naturally burn more fat. And if you're going on a slow calorie deficit, like slowing the intake of your calories, it's going to happen just over a course of time.
Okay.
Because you're going to lean out, because your muscles going to want to burn more calories during the day.
Mm-hmm.
So the more muscle you have on, the more calories they intake. But if you're at about the same calorie intake and you start adding resistance training into that, the muscle's going to grow up and the fat's going to slowly go down. Okay. Because your calories are going down.
Okay. What's your opinions on keto dieting?
I don't really know that much about it.
No. I didn't know. I heard it's not
a long-term diet. That's something I know about.
I've heard people at most do about 2 months on it, and then they kind of wean themselves off of it. But I thought it would be an interesting it'd be an interesting. It's just like what is it? Intermittent fasting. I think that's interesting too. I don't see myself only being able to eat once a day because it's just I do so much physical work that I don't think I could. I don't think I could only eat once a day and still be in my right mind. I feel like I would have a serious issue with trying to get get myself motivated and moving if I didn't have any sort of calories in my body.
Yeah,
that's a super dangerous. I mean, in my head at least, that would be a super dangerous way to go. Is intermittent fasting. It's not like bad dangerous, but it's like it's risky to try if you've never done it before, and you're just like, hey, I'm only gonna eat once a day, and it's gonna be like a regular sized meal, and that's it. And you're like, oh, okay, have fun with that. I
kind of did a little bit of that when I was doing bodybuilding hobby, and I got super shredded, but I was also super weak. It's not healthy. You look great, but you don't feel good.
Right.
And I'd rather feel good and look okay.
Right. Absolutely. The keto dieting I think is something that it's a little more manageable because you can still eat decent foods. You just can't like have sugar. You cut carbs and you cut sugar completely out, and that's fairly easy. It's just I can't eat pasta as much, which is okay. That's fine.
I can't, like, I literally can't do that for lifts.
Yeah,
because of the way my program set up. I need all the carbs I can get because of power lifts.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I need
a carb surplus.
Yeah.
So it depends on your fitness goals.
Right.
So your diet should align with that, but you should always check with your physician first.
Yeah,
because some people can go on keto and they can have shocks. I forget what it's called, but some people's bodies can't take that drastic of a change.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I generally right now all I do is I run and I bike, which is the biking is nice because it's low impact on my knees, and my knees are already shot as is. But I love running, so I just run little amounts and then I bike a ton because it's then I still get the good workout in. But the lifting thing, that shit scares me because I'm afraid to screw it up. I know for a fact I don't have good form, and I know that if I try to do it without some sort of someone teaching me how to do it, that I will blow something, and I don't. That's terrifying to me because I work a physical job. I move furniture, so if I blow back out again, it's going to be a bad situation for sure.
It's all back to scaffolding. You got to start.
Exactly.
Start at square one.
Yeah.
Move up slowly.
Yeah. The running thing. The running I've been doing for about three and a half years now without the scaffolding. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to do what I did about a year ago. So I was doing I did a 5K about a year ago. That was the way to go. So okay, the last thing I'm going to ask you, and then I'll probably get you out of here so you can finish up your night. I'm sure you want to get your emotes out and get all your artwork done before the end of your night. My question to you is, if you were to tell someone that's coming into streaming brand new, just a piece of advice that you've learned, what would that piece of advice be?
Answers up an important question, a very important question. Why are you streaming? What is your motivation stream? What do you hope to get out of streaming? That's the most important question. Because if you're streaming to get famous at first and to just do this just to gain more income or gain some kind of social status, it's going to show through to the people that are watching you. They're not going to like it, because I wouldn't like it, because they feel like they're being used. And I don't want to use anybody. So first off, answer your question, why am I doing this? Are you doing it because you love it? If you're doing it because you love it, then you're gonna have longevity. as you can, with what resources you can. So if you get in and do it for a month and like, this sucks, no one's coming to my channel, I have one person here, be happy for that one person that comes to your channel, or two people. Don't look into it because, oh, I don't have any subs and I can't hit affiliate. If you're doing it because of that, then you should probably stop the streaming, because it's going to eat away at you day after day, because you're looking for something that isn't guaranteed to happen. If you're streaming because you like to help people do raids, and you want to bring more people to your community for that, then by all means stream to your heart's desire, no matter if it's one person, 50 people, and one day you get 5,000 people. Do not change the underlying modus operandi of your stream, because that's going to be the true testament of time for you and being on the platform. That's my personal opinion, though.
I like that a lot. I think that's the way to go. If you are trying to be on a stream and be a streamer, figure out what you want to do and tackle it, right? It's super important. I think that people put in perspective what they want to do in life. Be it streaming, or if you want to work out, or if you want to whatever, if you want to get the newest job, what's your reasoning for it, and then tackle it from there. So that's awesome. That's like some serious monk like shit that you just threw at us, and I like it. It's like some deep.
Oh, I'm a philosophy nerd. If you can't see from the background.
Yeah, from your. I made a comment about your massive book collection. I said I need a book collection. I'm like that because there's no way I wouldn't have some sort of knowledge in my head if I had that type of book collection. I know that's not a prop collection. I feel like those are all books you've either read more than once or at least once.
Yeah, it all goes back to this. It all scaffolds. Like the one book will lead to another book.
Yeah.
And then you're like 4 books in, oh, they talk about this in this other book, and you go to grab other books. It's like a YouTube rabbit hole before they're.
Oh yeah.
You just start clicking, except for it's more instantaneous. Like, oh man, I remember I was out and I saw this book the other day at the store, and now you got to go physically get up and go to the store to go pick that book up.
That's the way to go, man. And I think the art of reading a book, just sitting and reading a book, has been lost.
It's a lot harder than it used to be personally, because I like a lot of stuff I consume now, audiobooks, because I'm always moving. So I'm in the basement, working out, and audiobooks going. And I'm on a plane, or I'm on a bus, or I don't drive to work anymore. So a lot of that time where I had to listen to audiobooks and podcasts, that's all gone.
Well, audiobooks I think are the reason why I started, getting into podcasting and whatnot, was because I was like, oh, I'm going to listen to this. I started listening to Gary Vaynerchuk do his books, and then he went from his books and he's like, you should check me out on my podcast. I was like, oh, okay. So I started listening to his podcast, and all his stuff is motivational, but it's also marketing. And I think that's...
I've listened to 3 of his books already.
Yeah.
And they're all really good.
It makes you sit back and go, man, I can just do this. I don't care how old I am. He's like, yeah, you're 50, you're still young, damn it. Keep moving. It's fine. You'll be all right. You're like, oh.
I started doing this when I turned 34.
Yeah.
And I had zero presence on pretty much Twitter and zero presence on Twitch for sure.
Yeah. And
now I'm rolling up on 36 this year, and I've, my Twitch following isn't accurate. I got follow botted, so it's more around 7,000, and it says 18,000. Mm-hmm. One night somebody spammed me, I had 23,000 follows or something in 4 hours.
Oh god. I'm sure
that was interesting.
I'm sure your email was what the hell is going on?
I'm glad I turned that stuff off months ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
That
probably would have broken my email box.
I had an email. I had a Daniel the Judge Capito says, I'm a fellow bot. Well, welcome on in, fellow bot.
He's waiting for his emails to be made for his friend. I'll be meeting him in a few minutes.
The biggest thing I think is if I get followed by it again, I'm gonna rage quit, because I I had one. I had the same thing happen where it was follow bot over one night, and there was like 75 emails. I woke up and my phone was like, "What's going on?" I felt bad for my email client because of how jammed it was, and I had to go through every email just to make sure I didn't delete like important emails, shit that really was supposed to be there. So, anyways, I'm gonna pop you back on full screen one more time, and I want you to just shout yourself out and shout out anything that you'd like to shout out related to you.
All right.
Before we get out of here.
Yeah, should be easy. All right. I'm Young Khan. You can find me on Twitter at YUNG_KHAN_. You can find me on Twitch at Young Khan. Instagram, same. And my website, khanartist.org. Also, if you need emotes that are manageable and you can get away with $10 a month, I do 10 to 15 emotes every single month for patrons. Tier 2.
Well, it's been great having you, my friend. Seriously. And I hope to see you at TwitchCon.
I'll be there.
Yes.
With a beanie on and hopefully a longer beard.
I'm trying to get my beard back to Viking status, so I'm gonna try to get to that point before TwitchCon hits. Mm-hmm. So, all right, man. Have a great night, and
before I do go, I do need to hit your DM because there is a Cleveland Twitch group meetup.
Okay.
That happened a couple months ago that you need to come to.
Yeah. Is that the one ran by Admired Plague?
No. This is I'll send you the details.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. Hit me up and we can meet up there.
For sure.
All right, man. Peace out.
I will catch you guys later.
All right. Bye.